What's going on, fellow gamers? I'm back, and today I'm making a semi-sequel video to my Funko Pops video from last week, but I'm going to be talking about my Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise that I own. As you can see, not quite a lot. I have a little bit more. We'll get to that later, but this is like my core stuff, so I'm going to go one by one. As you can see, most of this stuff is fairly old in terms of FNaF merch, so a bit retro, I guess, but we'll start with the first thing that I got, which is this FNaF Funko Wave 1 Freddy Fazbear action figure. As you can see, I am missing a couple parts, and it comes with a spring-trap hand. And that's because back during Wave 1, the action figures came with like a Build-A-Figure, where you could like, if you got like all 5 of the OGs, so Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, you could build Springtrap. Freddy came with the right arm. But yeah, I was like really confused about that when it came out, but it came out I think summer 2016-ish. I did the research since last video. But yeah, that's when I got this figure, so like about graduation, I think first grade it would be at that point. But yeah, that's when I got this action figure, pretty classic. Its arm broke literally when I got it, so this action figure never stood a chance. I lost the arm since then, and I can't find the hand now, so that's why I have spring traps. But I don't know where his arm is either, and it came with the hand and the arm. And yeah, so I don't know what really happened. I used to own, technically, all 5 of these guys in the box, because I was going to flip them on eBay for a profit, but then I got bored, sold them to like a store for like $80, so I think I actually lost money from that. I wish I kept them, but yeah, the only one that I have is Freddy. Maybe I'll complete my Wave 1 set later, because I'm actually very nostalgic for these bad boys here. Alright, then next chronologically when I got these, I'm pretty sure this Chica Mystery Mini was next. This also came out in 2016, I think. And if you don't remember Mystery Minis, they were basically like blind boxes that were very popular in like early to mid 2010s, where you get like a little mystery figurine, pay like $5. These things are not worth $5 now new. They're like $50 a piece, which is crazy. Maybe I'll get one on my channel, I don't know, probably not. But yeah, the only one that I got was Chica. I'm pretty sure she was a more common, probably like 1 in 6, most likely. But this is the only one that I ever got. So for the longest time, this was my duo, up until about Christmas 2016, I believe, which is when I got these 2 knuckleheads. This Freddy Pop I already went through at Christmas 2016. I asked for FNaF stuff. This is what I got, because FNaF in 2016 wasn't really for kids, so yeah, but the action figure more speaks for itself. Yeah, this guy or girl, still no confirmation. I mean, in my opinion, this is like obviously a girl, but that's its own debate. I'm not going to get started on that. But this released with the Wave 2 of FNaF action figures, and since I was about 7 at the time, and pulling up a picture now of what Wave 2 of FNaF action figures were, yeah, no kidding, this is the one that my extended family gave me, because goodness gracious, what like aunt or uncle would give me one of those. But yeah, this is technically Fun Time Foxy. In my opinion, this is just Toy Foxy. Let's be so for real. Why would the other ones be called Toy and then this one be Fun Time? And there is a Fun Time Foxy on her own, so like I don't get it. But yeah, this is the one that I ended up with. Kind of same situation, lost a leg, lost an upper arm. And if you can't tell, this one's like yellowing for some reason. Like the chest, like stomach area isn't. But these like arms are, legs, head. So I don't know how you prevent that. And I mean, I guess I've had it for like what? I think this came out like late 2016, early 2017-ish. So I mean, it's like about 8+ years old, so I can kind of see why. But like, man, what happened? But yeah, this is Mangle, technically. An actual Mangle action figure would be sick, but this is what we have for now. And I actually am pretty nostalgic for the Wave 1 and 2 of these action figures, so maybe I'll get Wave 2. Those guys are expensive though, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. And detour for a couple of years, didn't really do anything. My FNaF phases come and go in like spurts. Obviously I'm in one now, that's why I'm making one of these. But in 2018, Funko came out with a series called Hero World, which I think was a Target exclusive, but it came in a big 5-pack of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Springtrap, which I always thought it was cool how Funko, like, whenever they started a wave, they'd go original 4 and then Springtrap before any of the FNaF 2. They kind of did a FNaF 2 dirty. when it comes to merchandise, because with the action figures, we went from all the 1 guys to Springtrap from 3, which makes sense. But then for Wave 2, they skipped right to 4, because that's like the newest game, I think. But yeah, these guys, I just thought they were cool. And I remember when these guys came out, I was like, ooh, I want to make like customs of these. Like, I want to make like my own custom like toy animatronics of these guys. As you can see, never did that. But they released other ones. Like, I think they had a Mangle one, and they were gonna release Sister Location ones, but I don't think those ever came out. They sent them to like a YouTuber to review them, and then they just like quietly canceled them behind the scenes. So these are the ones that I have. I kind of want to get Mangle because that one looks kind of cool. But yeah, these are the only ones that I really have. And then, yeah, like, so here are my 2016 pickups, 2018, but there is one last batch of FNaF merch that I have to show you guys. Now this is where my collection gets good here. This is my FNaF McFarlane collection here. If you don't know, McFarlane, kind of like Lego, kind of not, but they released FNaF construction sets from like, I think 2016 up until like 2020. So they had a couple waves. This is the, I want to say 7th, or like whatever it was the final wave that they ever made. And I'm not going to start with these, but I'm going to start with this guy, because I did buy some before that, and this was from, I think, like wave 3. There's like a Toy Freddy Party Room set. Loved FNaF at the time, going through like one of my phases. I think it was like, probably like 2017 at about this time. And I saw 2 sets at, I think, Target. It was the one with Toy Freddy and the one with Puppet. And my parents were like, fine, I guess you can get one. And I held them up, and I'm like, which one do I want? Some weird dude with a white mask, or Freddy Fazbear? I think I made the right choice. I know lore-wise I should have went with the Puppet, but this one, I mean, you gotta get Freddy first. But, funny story, before that, during, I think, Wave 2, I believe, of these sets, I saw all of them at Target, and here's just a picture of what they were. It's like pretty cool, like FNaF 2, FNaF 3, FNaF 4, a bit of everything. And I really wanted these sets. I was on like a beach vacation at the time, and I was like begging my parents, like, please, I want these guys so bad. Like, can I at least just get like one of the $10 ones, because they had like the little mini ones for like Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica for $10 each, and they said no. And these are the prices now. Am I bitter?
Oh my
yes,
God!
Very much so. But I have these guys, and these guys also held up their value quite a bit. But yeah, sort of Toy Freddy. Don't have the set anymore. Don't have most of Toy Freddy. But I genuinely like played with this dude a lot for like years. And then, great year of 2020. FNaF Security Breach was a new game. So obviously, they were going to give us FNaF 6 and FNaF VR sets, because they missed them in previous waves. But I was going through a FNaF phase back then. I started to have actual money of my own. So I bought this entire wave because I'm like, you know what? These guys are going to hold their value. And they definitely did. So I'm going to start with the smaller sets and work my way up to the big sets. So starting off, I'm going to start simple. The main man himself, Freddy Fazbear. This was based off of the VR version, the like parts and services mini games. $10, I think. Oh, Freddy will not stay in his chair, but you get the idea. Basically, I just wanted Freddy Fazbear, so I got him, and it came with like this little chair and this toolbox type thing. Kind of reminds me of the one from Toy Story 2. If you know, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna set these guys back up so I'm not making too big. I'm just gonna move them out of the way. Then, next small set would be the Molten Freddy interview thing from FNaF 6, of course. This figure, like, look at this dude. Like, this is nothing like the character. Objectively, I'm pretty sure people call this the worst McFarlane figure. I can see why, but I was just happy to get him because this was... FNaF 6 is still probably like my second favorite FNaF game to this day, behind FNaF 2. But yeah, that's this one. Not a lot to say about it. Pretty easy to build, $10. And then I think after this point, we get up to the more medium dollar sets. And this is when things start to get good. So this is Grim Foxy, or as some people call him, Jacko Foxy, which that's just wrong for so many reasons. But yeah, it came with like these fun little signs of like our boy Plushtrap and Ennard. But this is also from FNaF VR Curse of Dreadbear to be specific, not... For some reason his foot is like stuck there, but this figure, like these figures just have so many like little details and all that, like Lego could never capture these. This hook is like really cool too. This is probably one of, if not my favorite, but one of my favorites for sure. But yeah, Grim Foxy, cool stuff. Let me move these signs out of the way. think that one in particular held up its value, but then after that, we're gonna go back to FNaF 6, where we have the Lefty stage. I'm kind of bummed out this didn't come with Rockstar Foxy, because that's the only Rockstar we didn't get, but this one's pretty cool. These freaking sheets, man, they're literally just paper. Bane of my existence. Like, this stage over here, they're not even attached. Like, I've never been able to get them to work. I don't know why they made them, but yeah, the figure's pretty cool. The build's pretty simple. I think this and the Grim Foxy were like $15 versus the $10. So for $15, that set in particular, not the best. But this one was definitely worth it. The Mangle Vent Repair. Mangle here is a re-release from a far more expensive set. I mean, this one's pretty expensive now too, but like this one is definitely the far better deal. But if you want Mangle, this is the set to get. But yeah, this figure, first of all, this build, what the heck, like, it can't even stand on its own. The set designs themselves aren't anything to like really write home about, but the figures themselves, oh, Mangle's foot fell off here. Let me put that back on if I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this figure, probably one of the best ones compared to whatever the heck you call this guy. But yeah, Mangle's pretty cool. Like the set. I like this minigame in VR, or more specifically the flat mode version, because that's all that I have. But pretty scary. So nice way to get Mangle. I'm gonna move her out of the way now. And then I'm gonna save that bad boy for later because I have a specific story for that one. But I have this one. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way because these currents suck. The FNaF 6 Showtime stage with Rockstar Freddy, Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica. No Rockstar Foxy anywhere to be found. But this stage is pretty neat. This one was like, I think like $35. So when you put that into consideration, probably not worth it. But these figures are pretty cool, and it's definitely gone up in value. But yeah, it came with these little tables, kind of useless. But I mostly just wanted the characters at this point. So pretty cool. FNaF 6 is my second favorite game. So yeah, pretty cool to have those guys. But this one, this is the pinnacle of my FNaF merch collection here. And that would be the parts and services from FNaF 2. This was a Wave 2 or Wave 3 Toys R Us exclusive store, but you know what happened to them. So yeah, it got re-released with the final wave, and I think 2020, yeah, with the others. And I got this from GameStop. Great deal, because this one was going for a ton at the time, and it still is going for a ton, by the way. But this one, I think it was about the same as the stage over here, so if we're all things considered, this is definitely the best deal, but it came with our boy Withered Foxy, Shadow Freddy, which honestly probably one of my favorite FNaF animatronics, if you guys were wondering. And then it came with an Endo with these authentic Wave 1 Bonnie and Chica heads that you can also just attach onto the animatronics. I can't do that one-handed, so I'm just gonna put that guy back down. But yeah, this set is probably one of the best ones. Like, just the set on its own is easily the best one, but the figures are also the best, just detail-wise. So this one, the pinnacle of my collection. And I'm realizing I've been yapping about FNaF McFarlane for 7-ish minutes. But yeah, they stopped making these afterwards, which I'm really sad about, so we never got Security Breach. But recently we got this new line of sets, which I'm going to put here, which kind of suck, but maybe I'll get them because they're actually in stores now, and not like $300 on eBay. But yeah, that is my FNaF collections. But yeah, with all that being said, that is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I am out.